right, are we good? Are we chilling? Are we chilling? Boys, as promised, here we are, ranking every Vegeta transformation, and also as promised, we came prepared. We came prepared. We have it pulled up as he does like the first like set or whatever, then I'll go in, I'll do my set, and we will see just how close. So, as you can see, right off the rip here toward the bottom here, we have all the baby ones that are kind of all in order here. So when he gets through these, we'll do those, and then we'll do the Daima, and then after the Daima, we'll do a Cancer Vegeta. Uh, I guess we'll do like from base Vegeta, we'll do the Budokai one fake Vegeta. Um, and then we'll go from Majin to Super Saiyan God, and then we'll go from GT. Where do we stop? Super Saiyan Water Vegeta, S tier by the way. And then we'll go Daima Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. We'll jump all the way up to Super Saiyan 4, and then we'll do the last few here. So that's how we'll do it. We'll do it in little clusters. That way I'm not constantly pausing the video. So let's get into the video. Shout out to Retrora for setting this up. Because I didn't know, right? I didn't know till like, what was it, last week or the week before, that he posted the tier list videos on the Discord, on his Discord. So once I found that out, I was like, oh, that's gonna change these videos forever. uh, so here we go. Oh yeah, let me hold on. Let me adjust the volume real quick. Make sure we're not too loud.
Vegeta might be a fraud. He's always been one step
He's not a
behind Goku
fraud.
in terms of power and transformations throughout the.
Okay, we're literally gonna start off like this with some Vegeta slander. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look, look. Vegeta is not a fucking fraud. Okay, he is the better fighter between him and Goku. Not only has he beaten Goku, but he has also a better fighting record than Goku. Starting from Z, when both characters are around. I mean, like bare beginning of Z. Uh, because obviously, like before that, if I counted Dragon Ball, then it's not even close. Obviously, Goku will have the better records because he's had way more fights at that point. But from the beginning of Z, to play fair, Vegeta has a better fighting record. Okay, and I'll challenge anybody. I mean, I'm honestly, I need to make that video, but I've been lazy. I've been focused on making nature stuff. So maybe at some point, if I decide to become a hermit, I will do the research and go fight by fight, declaring winners and losers and draws, and find out who truly is the best fighter. But I'm 100% certain that Vegeta is the guy with the better fighting record between the two of them. To be fair, I want to be completely clear. Both Goku and Vegeta's fighting record, terrible. Terrible. They both have way more losses than they have wins. And it's kind of fucking crazy. Because, like, you would think, like, Goku, because, like, if you include Goku from Dragon Ball, then his record looks a lot better. But if you're going just from Z, man, man, they've been getting their ass kicked for so long. We need to get some Goku and Vegeta W's, man. They gotta start getting a winning record at some point. Fuck, man.
The entirety of Dragon Ball. And this is even reflected in modern day. One of Akira Toriyama's final gifts to us in Dragon Ball Daima was cementing Vegeta's fraudulent status by finally showcasing Vegeta's ability to go Super Saiyan 3. Only for Goku to get Super Saiyan 4 shortly after. Thank you, Akira Toriyama. Despite Vegeta always falling behind, he's also had some iconic transformations himself. But not all of them were created equal. So we created a list of every Vegeta transformation and ranked them.
True.
From C tier being the most iconic and recognizable transformations to F tier being the absolute worst and forgettable transformations. If you happen to agree or
Also, One thing that I didn't see in his Goku list that uh I'm surprised that's also not here on the Vegeta list is Goku and Vegeta with a beard because they had like grown out their facial hair during that one. It's like right before the what was it? Right before the Tournament of Power, was it? Or was it before the the little expo thing they did before the tournament? I can't remember. But they like came out of the chamber or they came out of somewhere, like the time chamber or whatever, and they were both just raunching, man, just stanking. And they had oh, I think it was before Universe 6 maybe. They came out of the fucking time chamber raunching and they both had full beards. I'm surprised that they're not on the least.
Or disagree with any of my rankings, be sure to drop a comment. Now let's get into it. Starting off strong, we've
All
got
right.
this fraud in
Oh, we're
base
starting
form.
with
The first
base.
time that we
Okay.
ever see Vegeta in base form, it's when Raditz is telling all
Never
the
mind.
others on Earth as he's bleeding out that the Saiyans will be arriving within 1 year. You know, he's in like his little Saiyan pod with Nappa. It's just a cutaway scene. We don't really see anything about Vegeta, but that's when we first see him. Vegeta in base is iconic. It's not really a transformation, but we gotta include it because it is.
I do think like so like the like already I agree. I want to preface this. I do agree. The Vegeta in base form is freaking epic as shit. However, I would argue now that like the most iconic version of his base form is definitely the Broly movie because they made it look so insanely fucking clean. And I think that that's like I mean he got the perfect picture for it. I mean I'm gonna be honest here. So because we're going out of order, actually I'm gonna let it play.
His base. So Z
I'll let it
tier,
play. But I
obviously.
agree. I agree.
Uzaru. Unlike every other person in Dragon Ball that gets Uzaru,
Oh,
I
we're gonna go in
actually
order?
feel like
Hell
Vegeta's
yeah.
Uzaru in the Saiyan Saga is probably the most iconic version of it. And I don't think that's a debatable
True.
topic. I think
True.
most people would probably agree. The fact that Vegeta has control over it, he creates his own moon to make it happen, it's a great iconic transformation. I wouldn't quite
Facts.
say it's Z tier, but definitely deserving S tier. Water Vegeta. Okay, so if you don't know this one, it's like on a fandom website. There's a thing called Water Vegeta where it literally reads that Water Vegeta is a form of Vegeta that he is able to take on whenever he's in water. In this form, he turns bluer, his eyes go blank, he can move at high speeds through the water, and breathe underwater. He only uses it once during his battle with Recoome. His power level increases by a whopping one of the greatest transformations we've ever seen. We've got to put that one all the way up in Z. No, we're not going to put it in Z tier. I'm going to put it in like B tier. It's funny as a
it's
meme,
definitely
but
a
like
B tier.
I can't put it in Z tier even as a joke, dude.
I agree.
Super Saiyan. Vegeta's Super Saiyan transformation is iconic.
Here we go. This is gonna be interesting. This is where we might start veering apart. I'm curious where he's gonna put this because I hold this form in like top tier regard. Like not as much as Goku as far as like the iconic side of the form, but I would definitely argue that Vegeta is literally right up there with him. Like it would be like for me, it's 100% a Z tier. Goku here, Vegeta right behind him because that's just how fucking sick he was with Super Saiyan.
But it is not nearly as iconic as Goku's first transformation. But that's obvious. I don't think anybody puts the two in the same category. I think Vegeta definitely has his moment of sauce when he takes.
I do because it's power derived from an entire different ideology, a different perspective, which is why I liked Vegeta so much. It's like he could be fucking heartless, ruthless, fucking this absolutely like impure, improper being, but still find the same source of power as somebody who is pure-hearted and uh looks at life in a whole different light than he does.
On Android 19 and he rips his arm off and saves Goku.
That
It's a
too.
great scene.
The theme song, everything, the like the crazy like transformation panels that were going back and forth where they alternated like the view of Vegeta as he was transforming. Ah,
But I don't think it's nearly as iconic as Goku's. But I would say on Vegeta's tier list, it still does deserve Z.
shit. Okay. Fuck. We're the same so far. Okay, hold on. So, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Okay. So he did regular base form, obviously iconic. Got to put it up there. Water, Vegeta, B tier, same thing. I can't really disagree with him there. Ozaru, also the same thing. and Super Saiyan Vegeta Z tier. I'm actually gonna put it top of Z. I'm put it top of Z. Top of Z tier for me with Super Saiyan because I love that so much. Like the debut of it, the hype behind it, absolutely insane. Also, does he have that form that Vegeta put in? Oh no, he doesn't. I was really hoping he was gonna put in that really stupid fucking name that Vegeta gave Super Saiyan 3 in Daima. Mm.
Tier because it's Super Saiyan. You know what I mean? Where else are you gonna put it? Super Vegeta, biggest fraud on this entire list. I must
What do you
say.
mean?
Wait, there's one more actually. There's one more that
What do you mean biggest fraud? He has a 1-1 record. He beat the dog shit out of Cell and then lost to Cell. Like that's a pretty solid record. And still got it in the last laugh, to be fair. He got it in the last laugh because he did snipe Cell at the last second to help Gohan.
might be bigger than this one, but we'll get to that. Super Vegeta is basically like grade 2 of Super Saiyan, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
He comes out of the hyperbolic time chamber with Trunks, and he's like, "Oh, I've discovered a new form, Kakarot." And then Goku still fraud watches him. He checks him, and he goes, "Yeah, well, it's still not going to be enough to beat me." And Vegeta's like, "What?" And it's one of those rare moments in Dragon Ball where Goku actually gets a little egotistical, but it's funny because
Wait, I don't did he do that when he came out of the I don't know if he did. I know he said something I know he said something when him and Gohan came out. I do remember that. I do remember that. When him and Gohan came out of the chamber and Vegeta was all fucking huffy and puffy about it, and then Goku's like, "Yeah, I am stronger than you," and he's like, "So is Gohan."
he's not even being
I
egotistical.
do
Goku
remember
is
that.
literally just stating fact that like he straight up is stronger than Vegeta, which makes that scene all the more better because you see that Vegeta actually does not compare to Goku, and it's not coming from some place of arrogance. It's coming from the fact that Goku actually still could beat Super Vegeta at that point, despite Vegeta working his ass off. This is also the form that Vegeta's in when he lets Cell become perfect and then immediately gets fraud checked by Perfect Cell as well. This is the form where he does the iconic finger pose, and ultimately it's like a pretty fraudulent transformation given that he really accomplishes nothing with it. But dare I say that because of how fraudulent this transformation actually is, and because it gives us so many iconic bad Vegeta moments, I would actually argue that this form is so bad that it deserves to be in Z tier. It's actually such a recognized
Yeah, how the fuck do we have the exact same opinion on this form, but for completely different reasons? I think this form is fucking epic. Now, granted, I don't remember the Goku thing. I don't remember Goku trying to fraud check him right at the right when him and Trunks came out of the chamber. I do remember Goku fraud checking him when him and Gohan came out of the chamber, but I don't remember it happening beforehand. Um, yeah, I don't remember that at all. I'm just trying to search my brain to see if I got it stuffed away somewhere, but yeah, I got nothing. Anyway, yeah, we arrived at the same conclusion with two completely different reasonings. I think this form is epic. It has a fucking 50% win rate. He just absolutely pub stomped second form Cell. Then he got checked by perfect form Cell, but literally so did everybody else. Um, except for Gohan. Well, actually, no, even Gohan got checked until uh, Android 16 got checked. And then finally, Gohan snapped and then started doing the checking. uh, but yeah, outside of that, and again, he still got the last laugh on fucking Super Perfect Cell with the with the blast that kind of ended everything and got him to focus away from Gohan long enough to get Gohan to overpower him. So there is some good in all the bad. Uh, he did fight with Trunks, but I mean that wasn't really a fight. It was just Trunks fucking knocking Vegeta away, and then Vegeta responding in kind. Uh, so that really didn't fucking end up being anything. So yeah, I don't have any other reason to like not like the form, and then the form again comes up later in blue. But yeah, we arrived at the exact same conclusions so far. But well, almost. I have Super Saiyan at top of Z. Super Vegeta, I am going to put above base. Um, but yeah,
recognizable form, and Vegeta
it's really
makes
not that bad.
so many dumb mistakes with it, but it's so funny. Super Saiyan Water Vegeta. Again, it's just another gag,
Facts.
another meme with the water thing. I'd put it into B
S
tier
tier.
along with the other
No,
one. This is when he's kind of like
no, 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 no. S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier. It's epic for several reasons. One, it was epic in the show because it was just hilarious to see him get absolutely ego checked and then actually be proud that he got ego checked. And two, the Dragon Ball Z abridged by Team Four Star absolutely took that concept and ran to the moon with it, and it was so good. So, wow, look at this pride in somebody else. Unfortunately, it's overshadowed by all this unyielding rage.
just sitting there. I think after Trunks like fraud checks
So
him and
good.
he's like, I've got Super Saiyan grade 3, and he's all slow and he also gets beat up by Cell. Just so many frauds during the Cell arc, dude. Super Saiyan 2. We don't really see Super Saiyan 2 that often, kind of like we don't with Goku. We all know who the real GOAT of Super Saiyan 2 is. That's Gohan, of course, our GOAT.
I just don't I just don't like Super Saiyan 2 in general. Like Gohan, obviously he's the most iconic holder of said form, but um Super Saiyan 2 is like never drawn well and animated as well as it's drawn. Uh well Daima no, that's a lie. Daima did do a good job at bringing out Super Saiyan 2 toward the end of Super. They did okay. But then they just got lazy and they took away the zappy zaps and they just made it look like regular old fucking Super Saiyan, which is just why I think this form is like bipolar for a lot of people. But including myself, I don't fuck with Super Saiyan 2. I just don't.
I'd put Super Saiyan 2 into A tier. I like the defined lines like I do with Goku's version, but none of them will ever hold
I don't know if it's A tier for me. I think it's probably this is where we're gonna start differing, I think. Because this is like a B tier for me. It's like bottom of B for me.
the candle to Gohan. Majin Vegeta, a second fraud transformation, has hit the tier list, dude. I'm sorry for saying it, but I gotta call fraud out when I see him, dude. For Vegeta to close the gap with Goku, he allows Babidi into his mind. He's like, Babidi, my body is yours. I am your vessel to do whatever you want with. And he still is behind Goku because he doesn't know that Goku has Super Saiyan 3. Biggest fraud move ever. And on top of that, Vegeta goes to fight Majin Buu, gets his
Okay, to be fair, I didn't realize that this is going to be a Vegeta Defender video. To be fair, that was just the worst writing that Toriyama's ever done. I'm gonna be honest, because he fucking had everyone on Fraud Watch because it was literally just Goku trolling the entire fucking arc. He could have beat Kid Buu. He could have beat fucking Majin Buu when he was still in the Fat Buu form, and we would have never had this fucking issue to begin with. And on top of that, he could have seriously just went Super Saiyan 3, knocked out fucking Vegeta, and went and ended everything, and then fucking appointed Gohan as a fucking successor later on or some shit. I don't fucking know. But this could have been written so many different ways that would have made it better. And granted, we did get some really cool moments out of it, but like Goku is like the biggest fucking troll the entire arc for everyone there. And that includes everyone. I mean, we're talking Ultimate Gohan, we're talking fucking Gotenks, we're talking, uh, uh, I mean, honestly, I just like it just drives me nuts. It drives me nuts.
Ass kicked, and then he's like, I'm going to do this epic sacrifice, Kakarot and Bulma and Trunks, and then he blows himself up. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful moment, it's amazing, but Vegeta, can you please do something relevant, bro? Please.
I'm also like, I just realized like Vegeta's like main losses come from hacks because like he does lose some fights where it's like a straight up just 1v1 fight, right? But I'm just thinking about it now, but like the two like most powerful villains in Z being Perfect Cell and Majin Buu, he lost to both due to hacks. Fuck's sake. And I just remembered they brought this up in the Dragon Ball Super manga because they fought Moro and Moro had a bunch of fucking hacks and Vegeta was like, I'm fucking sick of this shit. So Vegeta went to Yardrat and got his own hacks. So yeah, they're self-aware at least. They're self-aware, they know. They know. They're just like, yep. Yep. God damn it. Oh man. He can't handle it, bro. He can't handle the hacks, bro.
I've thought about it for like an extra second. I actually would say Majin Vegeta is on the same level of
To be fair, to be fair, I mean it's a Z tier regardless because like when you think of different like Saiyan transformations, this form is never called Super Saiyan 2. It's only called Majin Vegeta. Cuz like the actual like I guess holder of Super Saiyan 2 is Gohan, but um Majin Vegeta obviously I'm putting him top of Z. I hold him. Well, no, I don't hold him over Super Saiyan, so we're gonna put him there. What else have we done so far? Oh, we did. Where's it at? There it is. Did that one. I'll put that at S tier. It's S tier. Definitely S tier. S tier gag. Where is Super Vegeta? Z tier. Put it above base. Bingo, just like that. Uh, and then didn't we do another one? Oh yeah, Super Saiyan 2. I'm actually gonna put Super Saiyan 2 in C tier. That's how much I don't like Super Saiyan 2 in anyone other than Gohan. Now, Daima, I might give it a little bit more of a benefit of the doubt type thing, but yeah.
fraudulent iconic as Super Vegeta. It goes into Z. Dragon Ball GT mustache. When I ranked every Vegeta outfit, I briefly touched on this, but
Z
I
tier,
absolutely hate the mustache
not Z tier. Dirty Stash Vegeta, best Vegeta ever made.
on Vegeta, and I also hate the way that they cut his hair. Obviously, Vegeta having a mustache is not a transformation,
Yeah, they gave him the Bart Simpson hair in fucking GT, dude.
but we're gonna consider it one, and I'd put it into F tier because that shit looks
F for false, false, fake, fake, false, falsity. What's another word for just not true, not accurate, bullshit. He's a fucking Z tier, bro. Z tier, Z tier, dirty stash Jeets. Actually, I'll put it in S tier. I'll level with you. Put it in S tier.
ugly. GT base. Again, not a transformation, but
The fit though, the fit for GT was nice. I didn't mind Vegeta's fit in GT.
a different form of the character that's, you know, different from the other versions that we have listed up here. I would put base GT Vegeta into C tier. I hate his hair. I hate that they
Yeah, the hair is bad. The hair was like the worst design decision they could have done.
cut off his spikes because every other character looks the exact same. When I say this, I'm feeding into a narrative that I usually try to fight against as a Dragon Ball fan, which is that all the Dragon Ball characters look the exact same in the face. But in GT, I have to admit that the people who say that are actually right. Look at these characters and tell me that they don't look the exact same. This is Vegeta, this is Goten, and this is Gohan. Do these not all look like the
True.
same guy? They all have the exact same hair. I know I'm not going insane when I say this. Like, they actually made it to where all the characters look almost identical to each other, and it's so frustrating. I think in Dragon Ball Super and in Dragon Ball Z, you cannot make that argument, but in GT, it's
Well, even in Daima.
so true. GT Super Saiyan. Again, I have to put it in C tier, and for the fact that GT Vegeta literally does nothing up until he gets Super Saiyan 4, and trust me, we'll get to what.
So, if you wanted to come at me with the Vegeta fraud argument, your best argument you could bring up is literally GT Vegeta. That's your best argument. And even then, it doesn't matter because it's not even a part of the official timeline anymore. Because we now have a replacement for said timeline. Maybe, I don't know. They haven't truly settled on that one yet. Um, so where is Mustache Jeets? S tier. S tier. One of the best. One of the best Vegetas of all time. GT base. GT base Vegeta for the fit. For the fit. Out of respect for the fit, I'll put it in B. Then GT Super Saiyan. I'm honestly gonna put that in C tier. It's right up there with Super Saiyan 2 with me. I just really don't give a shit. And that's it for now. I'm actually curious where he's gonna go with GT Baby though, because then the spikes are back.
What my issues are with that when we get to it. GT Baby. This is when
There
Vegeta
it
gets
is.
his body overtaken by Baby, which is another fraudulent move
The
by
design
Vegeta.
looks
How do
sick,
you
though.
let that happen? You were literally going toe to toe with Goku in the last arc. How are you letting this happen? You let somebody overtake your body in the last arc as well, dog. What are we doing? As far as GT Baby's design goes, I would put it up into A tier. I like it a lot. I like the white hair, and I like the little streaks of like red indicating that Baby has overtaken the body. It's cool. GT Super Baby 1. I've said this before when we brought this up during Vegeta's outfits tier list, but I absolutely hate this design. It does not make any sense to me that as a transformation, Baby just suddenly gets these like things coming out of its shoulders.
True. I agree. I agree. The pauldron thing is just weird, bro.
I don't understand. I don't get it. I would confidently put GT Super Baby 1 in C tier.
If they would have treated Baby's like takeover as like a furthering transformation, just like a Super Saiyan, for example. So you have GT Baby, which is like the base form, quote unquote, and then Super Baby, which you would get rid of the pauldrons, but you would do like the eye takeover and maybe like the red expands a bit more. And it would be still like super fucking iconic if you did it that way. And then obviously like Baby 2, there's even less of Vegeta there and it's even more becoming Baby. Like that would have been the way to do it.
don't like it. He looks like he's morphing into a damn Yu-Gi-Oh! GT Super Baby 2. I don't know why they named it like this. Like, why wasn't it just like Ultra Baby or something? Like Super Baby 2? It doesn't make any sense. I actually really like this design. It feels inspired and it doesn't feel like something that we've seen before,
It does look like it's like all put together, at least. I'll give him that.
which is good. Overall, I put this one into S tier. No problem.
I don't like it that much. So, okay, we're gonna do these two, and then, well, actually,
GT Baby Uzaru. This is, of course, Baby's version of the Golden Uzaru. It doesn't quite make sense that Baby can turn into the Uzaru, but we don't want to talk about that, right?
I mean, it does to a degree because if he has full control over Vegeta, then knowing Vegeta's history, that could make sense.
Actually like this version of Golden Uzaru more than I like Goku's version of it, because Baby's Golden Uzaru still retains the hair that Baby had and the armor. I think it's kind of nice that it goes back to Vegeta's original transformation to Uzaru, having it controlled, having armor on it. It kind of brings that whole thing full circle, but I don't love it at all, really. I don't really love any Golden Uzaru form. I'd put it into like A tier, but like very like low A tier. Super
Fair.
Saiyan 4. That man used a damn machine to get that form. Nah. I've got the time today to talk about it, dude. I've mentioned it in a couple videos, and every time I mention it for like half a second in any of those videos, well, Vegeta didn't do this, and actually Goku also should be considered a fraud because he did this, and let's talk about the issue at hand, and then we'll break down the other stuff, all right? In Dragon Ball GT, Goku has his tail pulled out by the Kais. Yes, he actually had help from other people to get Super Saiyan 4. However, you see Goku turn into the Golden Uzaru, you see the full transformation, you see him go through the entire process within his mind, controlling the Uzaru, turning into Super Saiyan 4, he's aura farming the entire time, and then he kicks Baby's ass. So to make the argument that Vegeta would want to have Bulma roll out a machine for him,
He would have. He would have kicked Baby's ass. But Goku was a cocky little fuck the whole time. And then it got even worse when they did the whole Shadow Dragon thing because he got so entirely cocky that he backed himself into a corner where Vegeta had to help him. Otherwise, this wouldn't even exist. Goku Goku took on Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 personality and just decided to get so cocky with his new form that he literally put himself in a fraudulent position. So yeah, sure, he gets it in a fraudulent way, but Goku acted like a fraud the whole time he had the goddamn form. Fuck, man. Uh, to be fair though, to be fair, he is right. He is right. Uh, the only thing that I would argue is that Vegeta doesn't need to go through the Ozaru steps that Goku does because Vegeta already has full control over the Ozaru form. So if Vegeta knows the process of having full control of the Ozaru already just from using it multiple times since birth, like it's hard to say like Vegeta has to have the same exact scenario as Goku when he doesn't. Because Goku never uses the form. Vegeta used it all his life.
to turn him into Super Saiyan 4 makes no sense. And even if Vegeta was okay with that, that makes him a bigger fraud. And of course, with this debate, people are going to bring up Dragon Ball Daima. Neva gives Goku Super Saiyan 4, and in Battle of Gods, all of the Saiyans have to gather around him to become Super Saiyan God. But in those cases, Super Saiyan God, that's necessary. He had to have that happen. And in Daima, though I don't really love this.
See, this is my argument because like what I'm saying is Vegeta didn't need to have that happen. Like obviously, the Blunts wave amplifier is what Bulma used on him, and that was literally just to juice him the fuck up. And essentially it would equal him out with Goku in terms of a power level. That way, so like the only thing that Vegeta really needed, right, to get to that level as Goku was more power, literally more power. Um, Other than that, that's the only thing holding Vegeta back from getting this form. And I would say if there was anyone that Vegeta would accept help from, it would be Bulma. That's wifey. That's wifey. And I guarantee even in Super, if Bulma told him to put his fucking pride down and accept a power boost that she has found out how to give him, then I bet you he would. I bet you he would. And that would actually be I just thought about that. That would be a hilarious way to explain why Vegeta never uses Super Saiyan 4. Just to really stir that shit pot, you know what I'm saying? That would be absolutely hilarious if off screen Bulma was was able to find a way to power up Vegeta to Super Saiyan 4 and that's why he never uses the transformation. Oh my god, that would be hilarious, dude. I'd lose my shit. Oh man, I'd be crying laughing if that was the case. I'm actually down for that too. I'm 100% down for it, bro. As a Vegeta fan, I'm used to catching flack. I'm catching strays, even in videos where Vegeta's not even a part of it. Like I was watching it was a Superman, was it Superman versus, was like Saitama or something like that. And like it was like somebody who was like, fucking like saying, oh, like trying to say like if Superman could beat Saitama and if Saitama could beat Superman, blah blah blah, the power levels bullshit and blah blah blah. I fucking hate that power calculation bullshit. But I needed something to watch while I was eating. So I was eating, I was watching this video, and this is like randomly in the fucking video, he just like went on like a Vegeta hating tangent. Just Vegeta just started catching fucking strays. I was like, why? This is unnecessary. Um, this one, I'll give it A tier. I give it A tier. I haven't put anything in A tier for that yet. GT Super Baby One. Yeah, it's like, honestly, if it didn't have the pauldrons, I would probably put it up in. I'd probably put it up in A tier as well. GT Baby. I really like this form. I really like that. I think it looks really great with the fit too. So that's a solid S tier for me. It is a fucking, it is kind of annoying like how it comes about, but I don't really, I don't blame the character for the terrible writing that is the Dragon Ball team. And then GT Super Baby 2, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I can't put it up there. I mean, it's still good, but it's not I can't put it that high, dude. I really can't. And then Super Saiyan 4, that's also like an A tier for me. Yeah, it's not my favorite. I really wish I had like a mock, like concept art of a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta for Daima. Then that would be like definitely like way up here compared to this one because just like the form is just not that great. Like this is the form that I would give Vegeta if he was a Super Saiyan 4 as like a villain. Like if I had a Vegeta Black, like this is what it would be. Yeah. Okay. We should be fully caught up now, right? Uh, yeah. Uh,
Explanation from Goku, he says that he had been training after Buu and had almost achieved the form, and that Neva kind of just brings it out of him. But you would be right to bring that argument up because it does kind of seem like Goku just gets the transformation handed to him, which I'll agree with you on that. But
I mean, he literally did because at the end, the final episode of Dragon Ball Daima, and the only reason I know this because it's literally fresh in my mind. He literally just kind of says, "I have it." Like, "Oh, I had this form." That's his explanation to Vegeta when he was confronted about it. Was like, "Oh yeah, I had this form." And I was like, "You got to be kidding me, bro."
not at the same.
This is the one thing I wanted Daima to do. The one thing. And it I'm assuming that's Toriyama wrote it that way so they didn't want to change it. But sometimes you have to be disrespectfully respectful, okay? Okay? I would have been totally fine if you disrespected the way that he presented that to you and you changed it to be congruent with the storyline rather than just fucking, here you go, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We're selling toys, right? Like that's how it feels. That's how it feels because it's just another slap in the face. And I'm kind of just like, I'm pretty bipolar about it because like a lot of people started getting into Daima, so I thought for sure like this would in they were like so lore heavy, so fucking detailed up until that point. And then like it happened, right? The Super Saiyan 4 happened. Everybody went absolutely crazy online. And then there was a glaring opportunity to write it off in a way to where you could still bring it up later, but it wouldn't like interfere with the rest of the series. And then the following episode, he gets it back again, and it's just like, fuck, fuck. What do we do? What do we do now, man? Because I was talking a big game too. I was like trying to defend Daima and shit, and I was like trying to fucking and I'm a man. I admit when I was wrong, and I was wrong. I thought Daima was gonna be different. I thought they were gonna deliver. They didn't deliver, and like I said in my the Daima disappointment video, if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. My biggest thing was like, why didn't they just make in episode 21 where they explain away the form and then you get like a half an episode montage of like Dragon Ball's greatest moments with like a little rest in peace Toriyama thing on it? That would have been mwah. Oh, perfect chef's kiss way to end Dragon Ball Daima. But they did. They didn't. They just like, oh no, Goku has it, and Vegeta's a freak. He's a freak in the sheets, bro. Oh, well, I should say bathrooms.
Same level as Vegeta. With that being said, the final thing I'll say about Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is that I just don't think the Super Saiyan 4 design works really on anybody except Goku. And I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to see Vegeta get a different form of Super Saiyan 4 down the line, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen considering that we only saw Goku get it, and it obviously seemed like there was a huge gap between their power when it's introduced in Daima. So I don't know. I'm going to put Super
Well, it also was like weird to me because like, how do you bring it back? You know, like how do you bring it back in a way that doesn't feel completely fraudulent now? That's why I wanted them to write it in a way where it would be presented better. So then you could, in theory, bring it back the way that you would like it to. But it's just like, come on, man. Now it's just like, I'm on the fence on whether this form is ever going to return.
Saiyan 4 into B tier. I'm very neutral on it. I can see the appeal from most people. It's just not for me, dog. I gotta be real. The Cancer arc. Kakarot, this Cancer thing's pretty strong. All jokes aside, fuck Cancer. We hate Cancer here. F tier. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1 fake. If you've played Budokai 1, you know exactly what this is. If you haven't, you should go watch the video where I played through all of the Budokai games in one sitting. It's a great watch. It was one of our very first ones on Dragon Ball.
All
I
in
actually
one
used to think
sitting?
this form
Holy
was like
shit.
blue Kaioken because Goku has his red form, so I thought Vegeta would have a blue Kaioken when I was growing up, but it's not. And I think that this is a cool little thing that they have in the game. It's supposed to be like a training simulator for Goku as he's going to Namek, but I would put it in B tier. It's really just like neutral. Dragon Ball Super
Fair.
duplicate.
I fucking hate this shit, dude. Let me just hold on. We're gonna get this out of the way right now. Get this out of the way right now. Where's it at? Here we go. All right, we're gonna get this out of the way right now. Where's it at? F tier. Both of these. Fuck Cancer. W take. Uh, in that one. Get rid of that one too. Fucking trash. All of this shit. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I do see a few here left that I do think we'll probably disagree on. Yeah. Wait, where did he put Super Saiyan 4 again?
If I'm not mistaken, the Dragon Ball Super duplicate was voiced by the Vegeta voice actor from the Ocean dub, which makes this form like really, really sick. I would put this into like C
Nah, I hate it. I hate it so much, dude. I don't give a fuck who dubbed it. Oh, he put it in B tier. Okay.
tier. I don't love it, but the idea of having the old Vegeta voice actor come back for this role, I'd say the same thing for the other duplicate version in Super Saiyan Blue. It's just not a transformation, really.
Trash.
Super Saiyan God. I will say this anytime Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan Blue is brought up, but I absolutely will stick to my guns. If they wanted Super Saiyan God to be the form, they should have just stuck with that. If they wanted Super Saiyan Blue to be the form, then the blue form should have been Super Saiyan God. Whatever they went with, it should have just been that one form, and then
I would argue that Super Saiyan God is the most fraudulent form Vegeta has because, like, we see Goku go through the ritual, right? And clearly, at this point, especially now, Goku and Vegeta are on completely different levels. So off screen, somehow Vegeta not only closes the gap, but he also attains the form, and then Goku gets, or no, Vegeta got blue first, and then Goku got blue right after, because Vegeta had already gone off and trained with Whis before Goku even got there. To be honest, because everybody remembers that stupid fucking chef episode where he was like trying to like make something with eggs and shit, and he kept breaking all the fucking eggs. There's eggs all over him and shit. He just looked fucking stupid. And then the secret weapon was cup ramen. What the fuck, bro?
A slightly different color for a mastered version of it. That would have been fine. Kind of how like perfected Super Saiyan Blue.
You don't even need a mastered version. You could have just stuck with Super Saiyan God, and that would have also made Frieza make more sense as well. Because the biggest thing about Frieza was he closed the gap from a weaker than Super Saiyan Frieza to a now just as strong as not only Super Saiyan God, but a Super Saiyan Blue. Fucking what? Huh?
Is, or like how Blue Evo is. Like one of those would have been fine. And I would also say that Vegeta's Super Saiyan God looks better than Vegeta's version of Super Saiyan Blue. I probably think that because the colors mesh better with his blue undersuit and armor than it does like the blue version. So I would put Super Saiyan
Fair.
God up into
S tier? Where am I gonna put it?
S tier. Super Saiyan Blue. I just really don't like the neon blue color.
The Super Saiyan Blue transformation in general sucks ass. I'm gonna be honest. They clearly did it to sell toys. They clearly did it because they didn't know where they were gonna go with the series. This is one of the cases where, like, if you really want to get into Super, read the manga, please. Do yourself a favor and read the fucking Dragon Ball Super manga, bro. And then go watch the anime. Because the manga will give you the story that you want, and the anime will give you the moments that you want.
Like, I think it's all right. I think I would have been a lot more receptive to it if Super Saiyan God was introduced as this form, and then Super Saiyan Evo was like the evolved form of it later on. If that was just like base Super Saiyan God is what I mean. But because we got Super Saiyan God and then it's rug pulled away, and then we get Super Saiyan Blue as like the prevalent thing, I always will have a sour taste in my mouth because it just felt like they were tacking on transformations needlessly. I don't know. I would put
I will say that I do think that Vegeta has the better Super Saiyan Blue debut, because I don't know what the fuck that they were doing in that episode. Well, actually, I do think I actually know what they were doing. Because so they set up the episode. They set up, well, not the episode, the movie. So Goku comes out. He goes Super Saiyan Blue. It's this like big thing, right? Um, and it was okay. I mean, it seemed like you know, they were like introducing it all right. Like, yeah, he's got a new form, guys. Like that's how that transformation felt for me, for Goku. And then later on, they just decided to go fucking hard. And so like Vegeta like morphs into this fucking Super Saiyan Blue, and they're like panning around him, and the fucking they're like hexagonal fucking like particles were coming off of him and shit. And they gave Vegeta like a proper like debut of that form. And I was like, how the fuck's that work? Like that's the effort that they should have put into the Goku form, and then Vegeta should have had Goku's. Uh, which is just weird to me. It's just weird to me that they did it that way. And then obviously I found out why later in the movie, because they just decided to rug pull Vegeta's biggest chance to get back at Frieza he probably will ever have. And hopefully we can get a redemption where Vegeta gets to land the final blow on fucking Frieza for once.
put Super Saiyan Blue in its base version, at least on Vegeta, in B tier. Perfected Super Saiyan Blue. Same thing, I'd put it in B.
F tier. F tier, dude. Perfected anything. for Super Saiyan Blue, whether it's Goku, Vegeta, any future Saiyan that has this bullshit, throw it in F. There's no difference. It looks the exact fucking same.
B tier. It doesn't really look that different to me. Super Saiyan Blue Evo. See, the colors on this one, they're a little darker. It
Oh,
looks
they're
better. If
so
this
sick.
is what Super Saiyan Blue was introduced
And he gets this Super Vegeta uh, body formation. It's like I need to make a video about this form because I do see it get clowned a lot, and I will say that the clowning is valid from a mismanagement standpoint. Again, the Dragon Ball team don't know what they've been doing, but honestly, we need a rebranding. We need to get rid of them motherfuckers. Okay, just fire the whole squad, put a whole new squad in there around Toyotaro, and hopefully we can start cooking like we should have been this whole goddamn time. Uh, but let's get caught up real quick. All right, so what did we do? We did Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God, I hold in pretty high regard. I think his debut of it in the Broly movie was mwah, really good. He's not as known for it as Goku is, so I can't really put it up in Z tier because like this is what he's going to be known for more than anything else. Perfected Super Saiyan Blue is trash. Regular Super Saiyan Blue had a pretty decent debut for him. Uh, as a transformation in general, it's not great. I'm gonna be honest, it's just not great. But he did okay with it. This one, Z tier. It's a Z tier transformation. Listen, this is not only a callback to Super Vegeta, but it's a form that is obtained of for the first time in a non-selfish way. Vegeta's main goal, if everybody remembers, in the Tournament of Power was to get these Super Dragon Balls to bring back Universe 6 so he could save Kaba and the other Saiyans in that universe. That's what Vegeta's goal was. Okay. He fought for Bulma, he fought for Bola, he fought for Trunks, he fought for Goku. He fought for everyone. And this was the most selfless that we have ever seen Vegeta ever. And is the first form that he has ever attained in a manner of which his selflessness overtook any ounce of ego or pride or anything that he had. He put it all on the line, and I do think that needs to be talked about. That needs to be fucking stated very clearly, and why this form is so important. Now you can argue the whole like Final Flash thing, or not Final Flash, the final explosion was cringe and blah blah blah. If I had it my way, I would rewrite the Tournament of Power to have him debut this form against Topo. But instead, he just gets like written in this weird spot where it's like Goku goes full power again, and then Vegeta just all of a sudden pulls this fucking form out of nowhere. So that didn't sit well with a lot of people. I think you take regular Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and a God of Destruction Topo, you have Topo put him in a fucking corner where he can't fucking do anything but move forward. And then that is when you give him this transformation. He'll explode with a new type of boundless power. And then that's when he starts beating the holy piss out of Topo. And then you end it with a final flash. You understand what I'm saying? You end it with a final flash. You don't end it with a final explosion. Okay? That was like one of Super's biggest weaknesses is its constant pull on nostalgia. Every single fucking episode, they had to throw in some, hey guys, you remember this? You remember when this happened in Z? Oh, you remember when Goku did that in Dragon Ball? That was them the whole fucking time. The whole time. It was almost hard to fucking watch. It was so goddamn cringe. So, I will say the mismanagement of the form is not lending it any favors, but I do think it is iconic for the reasons of why it matters to Vegeta as a character. And I would put it up here. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna put it third.
As and it was introduced as Super Saiyan God, I would have been like, whoa, absolute cinema. But because we're introduced to Super Saiyan God, then Super Saiyan Blue, then Super Saiyan Perfected, and then we finally get this, I'm like, bro, I'm tired, dude. Can we? Oh. As far as design goes, I'd be confident in putting this one up into S.
I mean, you say that, but Goku had Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and then Ultra Instinct Omen, and then Ultra Instinct. So, Goku had 5 different transformations. And then if we want to count Goku Black, you have Super Saiyan Rose, even though that's not like, technically Goku, but it is Goku at the same time. So he had 6, technically 6 transformations. Vegeta had God, Blue, Bluer. That's it. 3. So that's not near as bad. That's not near as bad at all.
Dragon Ball Daima Mini Base. I actually think Daima Base Mini Vegeta deserves to be an A tier for the solid fact that Vegeta still feels like the adult Vegeta that we get in the rest of the series. For whatever reason, when Goku is turned into a kid in Daima, it feels like he's a goofy, lighthearted, airheaded kid that's not an adult. Vegeta
I guess you could see it that way, but it's really just a continuation of Dragon Ball Super's Goku. Because like Dragon Ball Super's Goku never got serious until he got Ultra Instinct. And then you saw the personality shift because the mental focus was completely different. But up until that point, he was completely childlike in Super as well. So you can't argue that it's like a regression of character, but you can say it is simply a continuation of a character and maybe they expanded upon it a little bit, but I don't think so really. I don't think so. I think they present Goku in a way where he has an underlying intelligence that people don't give him credit for because like for instance, this is the easiest example is how he purposely mispronounces Glorio's name over and over and over and over and over again until Glorio made his decision to stick with the gang, not turn on him, and make the correct wish. And then he said his name correctly. So you can't tell me that he didn't fucking know what Glorio was trying to do from the beginning.
feels like he's an adult trapped in a kid's body, which I like a lot more. I think the way that Vegeta's written as a kid is just much better. Mini
That makes sense, but just because like Vegeta's always been serious. Like he's even presented that way in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Is he's always been presented as a serious character, but he also had to like grow up really fast because when he was a kid, his entire race got wiped off the face of reality. So
I'm a Super Saiyan. Same thing, I'd put this one into A tier alongside his base version. Vegeta
true.
actually gets his moments in Daima, especially as a kid. It's really cool to see that he like actually takes charge. He's like the one guy who's like not messing around, which is exactly the way that Vegeta's usually written, except in the Cell arc and, you know, all the other times that he's messing around. But I do like the way that he's portrayed in this. He takes everything seriously, and it's a nice foil to the way that Goku's handled. Daima Super Saiyan Water. Again, it's just another water meme. We put it in B tier. Daima Mini Super Saiyan 2.
Now this, I can get behind this Super Saiyan 2. The one, if there was something that I would coin with 100% certainty that Daima did correct, it was Super Saiyan 2. My God, they made that look flawless the whole time. Whether it was Goku, Vegeta using that form, they were on point on making it stand out from Super Saiyan, and that was exactly how that form needed to be handled.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this one's shown very briefly during his fight with the Tamagami. It's not anything crazy.
Yeah, he used it. So like he got trapped in the Kraken, and then the Kraken was like, "What the fuck is that?" And then Vegeta explodes into Super Saiyan 2 before becoming Water Vegeta again.
But it is still cool to see that he gets his Super Saiyan 2 form. But I think it's really hard to distinguish, at least when he's a kid, what's Super Saiyan 1 and what's Super Saiyan 2. I put this one into B tier. Mini Daima Super Saiyan 3. I gotta make a point on this one. I don't know what it is about the Vegeta transformations tier list that's got my brain all amped up today, but I gotta talk about something. Back in October when Sparking Zero first came out, there was a user in our community who made a tier list of every potential DLC character that could have ever been added to Sparking Zero. Of course, I made a video going over that entire tier list and ranking everything. And when we got to Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I had mentioned that it was weird that we never saw Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Trunks mentions it to Vegeta, saying, you know, show me the Super Saiyan 3 transformation, go all out like Goku did, and all of that, right? And somebody had commented, I have the comment right here, they had said, not once was implied that Vegeta has Super Saiyan 3, neither in the manga, anime, or even GT. That was only a Raging Blast 2 what if thing. And of course, when Dragon Ball Daima premiered and showed that Vegeta does in fact have Super Saiyan 3, I commented back saying, just want to follow up on the whole Vegeta has never gone Super Saiyan 3 thing. Because of course, we got it, you know what I'm saying? Super Saiyan 3 is in fact a Vegeta transformation, and when he does it in Daima for the very first time, he is aura farming to the absolute max. I would put this into Z tier. Daima Super Saiyan 3 Water Vegeta. Of course, it's another Water Vegeta. We have to put it on the list because it is in fact a transformation where he does gain 1 power level by being underwater. You can't forget it. It's B tier. Base Daima Vegeta. It's the same thing as his base form throughout the rest of Z. One thing I will say about base Daima Vegeta is that I really do hate that they gave him his armor back because I really liked his progression throughout the series, going from full Saiyan armor to then just Saiyan armor, then a different form of it, then like an Earth-made version of it, and then finally he's just in like a very like relaxed bodysuit. It felt like a good progression for his character becoming more relaxed and more integrated with the Earthlings culture, but I don't know, man. I don't know why they gave him the armor back. Daima Super Saiyan 3. As Daima was coming out, I was really worried that
He looks so fucking good. As an adult, Super Saiyan 3, he looks insanely good.
we'd only see Super Saiyan 3 in the mini version. So I was really happy to see that when he got turned into an adult, we got to see his Super Saiyan 3 in adult form. I really do like that they gave Vegeta his own version of Super Saiyan 3, or should I say Ultra Vegeta 1, as he calls it when he gets fraud.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I couldn't think of it. Oh my god. Ultra Vegeta 1, hell yeah.
Checked by Goku at the very end, which, you know, we'll get to that too. Like, they very easily could have given Vegeta the same exact Super Saiyan 3 design that Goku and Gotenks both have, so it's nice seeing that he got his own variant of it. It looks really nice and unique on its own, but I will say that I still do like Goku Super Saiyan 3 a lot more than I like Vegeta's. Glad he got his own design, but Goku's
I also agree with that.
is just more iconic. I hope I'm not too late when I say that. I put him up into Z tier.
Oh, he didn't have the fusion ones. We don't have the fusion ones on the list, do we? I mean, I didn't include them in the Goku one either, but where's it at? No, we don't. Okay. Let's go through this real quick because we're pretty much on to the last one now. And then we're just going to enjoy the rest of the video here. So, let's see. Daima Mini Goku, solid A tier for me. Daima base Goku, I think he looks absolutely amazing. He's not as amazing as the Broly movie, but he's insanely clean, so easy S tier for me. Mini Daima Super Saiyan. I'll throw it just above his regular Daima form. Super Saiyan 2. Oh wait, hold on. Daima Water Goku or Vegeta. I'll throw that in A tier as well. For the memes, for the memes. Uh Super Saiyan 2 S tier. Best it's the best that Super Saiyan 2 has ever looked on Vegeta. And that includes Goku as well in Daima. Super Saiyan 3 Adult Vegeta. Easy Z tier. Easy Z tier. It looks so good. Now, Mini Daima Super Saiyan 3 I'm going to put ahead of him because, I mean, he aura farmed a little bit when he was in the adult form as far as like showing off like the Final Flash again and all that shit. And then But the true Aura farm. Let's be honest, the true Aura farm was mini Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Oh my god, the absolute Aura farm. And then we can't forget the water. For the memes, A tier for the memes. Ultra Ego, Z tier. When Ultra Ego was revealed in the manga, the whole community was on fire. And it was to the point to where like people who aren't even caught up on Dragon Ball Super and they've never even seen Super knew about Ultra Ego because that's how much it was pushed around in the community. So, due to that fact, it's going to get a Z tier for me. The fact that it's as big as it is and is not even animated yet is insane.
Along with his mini version. Ultra Ego. I will not stop glazing Dragon Ball and where it currently is in the manga. If you are someone who is not currently
True.
a Dragon Ball fan, I would highly recommend going and reading the manga, getting caught up with Super, because when it comes back in
The
2051,
manga is so
it is
good.
going to be a movie. I feel
What?
like all the characters have transformations that really embody who they are as characters and what we've seen throughout all of Dragon Ball, and Ultra Ego is no exception to that. Goku has Ultra Instinct. It's away from his Saiyan roots and more into his nature as a person, and Vegeta has Ultra Ego, which is also away from his Saiyan roots and more rooted in who he is as a person. Vegeta explains in this manga panel from Dragon Ball Super that the hotter his battle soul burns, the stronger that he grows, which is really sick because it very much embodies who he is as a person. Like, he's very fueled
Facts.
by battle, he's very fueled by his pride and ego, and it just works, you know? I would actually give
True.
Ultra Ego the highest Z tier I could give to Vegeta, given that it works for his character the most. And it's not just another
Yeah, I will preface that I didn't put Vegeta in that ranking because I do know that we will probably have a more complete version of that form eventually. Just like Goku kind of went through his like little mental fucking thing where he had to settle his bullshit and then he got true Ultra Instinct, which I really hope like the manga didn't really do it justice in making it look truly different from UI Omen. So I hope that they do that in the anime, make it look somehow different so that it's clearly distinguishable. It's the same thing with Vegeta. When Vegeta gets the full version of that transformation, I would like it to be more fully distinct.
inherited Saiyan trait. It's something that he has to work for himself based on who he is as a character. It's really good writing. Vegito. Of course, what we've got left on the tier list are all of the fusions that we have with Vegeta. I would put Vegito up into S tier, of course. It's not quite only Vegeta's transformation, which is why I
I'm surprised that he didn't do like a fusion list, fusion version.
can't put it into Z. I've always got to mention whenever fusions are brought up in the context of Dragon Ball that Vegito is my all-time favorite. There's no holds
Facts.
barred, no competition, no
I can
nothing.
agree there.
Super Saiyan Vegito, of course, also S tier. Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, I don't like as
That one didn't really feel that great. Um, that arc is like such a fraudulent fucking arc for the anime. The manga, they do it very well. They tell it very well. But the anime, oh, brother.
much as the other versions of Vegito because of my gripes with Super Saiyan Blue, but of course it still goes into S tier. Both versions of Base and Super Saiyan Gogeta from Super and Z both deserve to be in S tier, but not quite as high as Vegito. Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, maybe
Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta is pretty epic. It was finally the proper use of Super Saiyan Blue, in my opinion. In my opinion, Super Saiyan Blue was never utilized to its best extent until Gogeta came around. Like it was finally shown that it was like, okay, this is why Super Saiyan Blue exists. Because you have a Broly who is absolutely crashing out, and even a fused Goku Vegeta Super Saiyan couldn't close the gap. So you had to find something deeper, something higher, uh, in order to surpass Broly to a point to where even if Broly crashed out for like the next fucking 3 days, he still wouldn't have enough Zenkai boosts to catch up to you and adjust to your power level. And that's when Super Saiyan Blue came out, and we saw Gogeta whoop the holy shit out of Broly the whole time. Some people like to argue he was relative. I will say you can eat a dick because he absolutely got pub stomped. Anytime Broly tried to come up with a move to fight Vegeta or to fight Gogeta, he was instantly either countered or Gogeta dodged or absolutely just hit him with a huge haymaker. It was crazy. It was crazy how much Gogeta was aura farming in Super Saiyan Blue. And then at the end, obviously, we saw that he was about to literally murder his ass until Chilai wished for him to go back to his home world.
Maybe it's the Shintani style. Maybe I just like the Broly movie a lot. I don't know what it is, but I would actually put Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, despite him being Gogeta and not Vegito, into Z tier.
Yeah, that's the only time Super Saiyan Blue was properly utilized, and it's sad. I do like. I will say this though, I like Gogeta Z more than I like Gogeta in DBS. As far as up to the Super Saiyan point, I like Z better. He aura farmed like a motherfucker against Janemba.
Because he's got so much sauce in that movie, and it's undeniable. Obviously, Vegito
True.
will always be my favorite personally, but there's no
Facts.
denying that Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta just actually is iconic in that movie. And finally, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. There's no denying that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has got that sauce. It's gotta go Z tier.
He's okay. I wish he was a bit more serious.
And with that, my friends, that is every single Vegeta transformation throughout all of Dragon Ball, ranked from Z tier to F tier. Please let me know
True.
your thoughts about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and
Oh, I definitely have. For an hour and 11 minutes. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you go to his channel, give him a sub, give him a like. Let's get him a lot more. I mean, I'm surprised that he's only at 6.8K because like this is top tier shit right here. A lot of editing, a lot of stuff put into this. So make sure you guys go to his channel, give him some love, man. I would like to see him like the YouTubers that I react to, right? Like I'm not out here trying to like steal content and shit because I know like that's been kind of a popular thing going around right now is people wanting to hate on reaction channels. You can go look at my catalog. Sometimes I got some fucking shorter videos, but for the most part, they're like videos like this. Like his video is 19 minutes. We've been here for an hour and 12 minutes. So just so you know, okay. I just did a reaction to somebody's video about Bethesda, the game studio, and Bethesda Softworks, and his video was like 40 minutes long or something like that, 45 minutes long, and mine was 3 hours. So yes, this is why I react to videos that I actually like to talk about. But if you guys enjoy this style of video where I do the tier list along with him, let me know down in the comments, and we will continue to do more videos like this. I know he's got a couple more up, so make sure you guys blow this up, man. I would like to see this channel grow to a point to where we can start doing this full time, and then maybe I'll start, giving a shit about editing. Until then, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Later. Peace.